Hi everyone, so it's the new month and it's time for a new plan with me. I know I've been a little inactive the last week. I wanted to post a video every single week and I told you so with my channel banner, etc. But I'm currently in the hot phase of university and exams and stuff, so I didn't really have the time to post this video earlier. So I'm really sorry and I hope that you can understand, but I will be back more regularly soon. But for now, let's get into this plan with me. So, if you can already tell, for this month the theme is jellyfish. And I chose this theme because, again, it was actually inspired by my exams. So in March I'm going to have a morphology, I guess it is pronounced, exam, and jellyfish aren't the only animals that are discussed in this class, but they are a part, a small part, and I think they're really pretty and I wanted to do that for a long time. And so here we are with a jellyfish theme. And this time I went for something different. So usually I do a lot of with paint and markers to do my cover page, but this time I wanted to draw again with my colored pencils because I really love to draw with them and I didn't do that in a long time. So here we are and I think that it matches everything pretty well. So yeah, if you're interested in how I actually did that, and what's important to know is that if you want to draw with colored pencils and you want the whole thing to pop a lot more, then it is important to take a colored background. For me, I did a black one because I thought it was matching for the sea and stuff, and also so the light colors would pop more. So that's another thing that's important. You need a lot of light colors, and I used a lot of white too, even though it doesn't seem like that much white, and you can mix the colors even though it's colored pencils and not something like markers or stuff like that. And yeah, you don't really need some expensive art pencils. I have art pencils, but these aren't the most expensive ones and they were actually kind of cheap. I have them for 10 years now or something. I got them as a gift from my parents that time around and they work pretty well. So you don't need a lot of stuff if you want to do some art. And yeah, after I finished my little drawing, I just sticked in the page into my bullet journal, and I also took the other half of this A4 page to make the whole cover page black, because I thought it would look kind of strange to have the black page on one side and the other side to be white again, so I did it just both in black. And yeah, as you can see, I lettered in white above the jellyfish March, and I also decided that I wanted to again include a quote on the left hand side, and this time it says, "Beauty goes far deeper than most people dare to swim." And I just thought it was cute with the jellyfish going on because I mostly like motivational quotes, but for my cover pages I want to go for quotes which fit the theme, so it doesn't really have anything to do with motivating myself or with studying, etc., but it just looks pretty with the jellyfish. So yeah, here's my cover page. I hope you like it. I think it turned out kind of cute. And so yeah, let's get into the planning. These are the only 2 black pages I did, so from now on it's just normal planning. And for this month I wanted to include again doodles and stuff, because as you might know, I love doodles. But I didn't want to doodle every week over and over again, so I just took out some blue and black paper and doodled before I even planned some jellyfish, again different styles. Some of them are really easy, so everyone can do them. You can just look up at the internet jellyfish doodles and just try to recreate them, or just take a screenshot of what I'm doing now and you can also just try to recreate them. They're really easy, they're just really sketchy and really fun to do. And so yeah, I just wanted to create a lot of these doodle drawing stuff so that I could stick them into my bullet journal weekly spreads whenever I was doing them. So yeah, I don't have to doodle every single week over and over again, because that part is taking the longest, I think. So yeah, you can already see the many different types of doodles of jellyfish, and you will see them in action soon, because as always I'm showing you one weekly spread in this video. And if you want to see more weekly spreads, then you just have to head over to my Instagram, which is at studyjenny, and there you will find every week, like around the beginning of the week, you will find there a new weekly spread which I set up, and yeah, maybe you can find inspiration there too. But now back to the planning. So you can see me set up my monthly overview, which is again nothing really new. It's just a teeny tiny calendar and a space for goals, again with the doodles of the jellyfish. I think it turned out pretty cute and it just fits pretty well. And besides the obvious jellyfish doodles, I also included some seaweed doodles because I just thought it would match, because, you know, it's the sea. And one thing that did change a lot to last month is the content planner I wanted to include for this month. I actually had a pretty hard time figuring out what I wanted to use on this page, because like what I had in January didn't really work out for me, what I had in February even didn't really work out that well. So for March I thought a content planner would make a lot of sense, because I'm posting on Instagram daily, and I also am trying to post more regularly on Instagram Reels and also on TikTok. So yeah, you can check those out if you want. And so yeah, I thought a content planner would make a lot of sense, so I had a space to write down my ideas and to plan out when something goes up. So yeah, I'm pretty active on my other social medias. For the doodles of this page and in general for like the color theme, I went again a lot for the colored pencils to like color everything in. I think it still goes very well with everything. And I also used some of my Tombow Dual Brush markers in a specific blue, like blue grayish tone, and also some gray. So these are mostly the colors I'm working with are like blue tones and like some grays. I also included obviously some green for the seaweed and some like orange and like red tones, because the jellyfish in the beginning that you saw actually is blue and red. So I thought the contrast looks pretty nice. Now for the next two pages, which are again my study plan. So on the left hand side we have again a study plan in general, and on the right hand side is always my study tracker. So nothing really that new. Just one thing I changed is that my study plan, because in March are just 2 big exams and like I'm not having any lectures anymore, so I just thought that I would split it up in 2 halves so that I would have a space to have like tasks for the one exam and for the other on the other side, and not like something so big that you might have seen in my February or in my January setup. And yeah, again for the doodles we have again some very different types of doodles of jellyfish, because I thought a bunch online and I just thought it would look cuter if I had like a bunch of different styles. And so you will see like never a jellyfish like twice that much. There's one jellyfish that comes more often, but like the most of them are never the same as the one before. And so yeah, we have the jellyfish doodle and the seaweed. And now for the last 2 pages of the general setup of the month, I included again a habit tracker and a brain dump, because I just found them very helpful. I use actually my habit tracker for like the first time in I think forever. Like I don't use it really like every single day, but like most of the days, and that's a huge achievement to what I was like before when I started journaling, and like last year or the year before, you know what I mean. So I really want to keep that setup because it seems to work and I love to do it, and I love that I actually am using it. So yeah, that's the habit tracker. And I also really love that I have a space for brain dump where I can just write down every single like I don't know, like everything that comes into my mind. I never thought that it would be so helpful, but I can really recommend it to everyone, because often when you have a bullet journal, you don't really want to write down like somewhere pretty, and so here you have a space where you can write down ugly stuff, and you also don't have it to include it into your daily stuff, if you know what I mean, because sometimes there's no space to write down because you have all your to-dos and stuff and there's just no space, and I don't really like note spaces for like every week because I don't always write down stuff every week, but like in a month, sometimes I do. So I have a monthly brain dump. And yeah, so here we are with the next like 40 pages, and here you can see them in a close-up and see how they look in the end. And yeah, they're just basically what I do every month, but they work, so why change a system that isn't broken? And now we're coming to the last part of this video, which is obviously the weekly spread. And as I already mentioned, for the weekly spread we have the doodles I made before, and so I didn't really have to doodle that much stuff, so I just wrote down March, added a little calendar to have an overview where I'm at, because I don't tend to write down the date next to the day. I write down the day in this mini calendar, and so I know which date I'm at, if you get what I mean, because I just don't really like the aesthetic of having the date beside my day. And so yeah, I added the days. I did a little bit like a fading effect, which I just did by taking a very light blue, dark blue, and like a middle blue. And so I didn't really have to blend them into each other. I just use them to color it in a little bit, and so it looks like it is blended, but it is actually not, which is a little hack if you are new to hand lettering or you just want to have it easier. And so yeah, we have, as you can see, the tiny doodles. We have again some space for goals, my routines, and like some little quotes, a weekly to-do list, and yeah, another doodle and some more washi tape which I had, which just matches it perfectly. And that's basically it for this weekly spread. I also included some washi that I had which looked like seashells, which I just thought looked pretty cute, and I just added again some doodles around my doodles if you get what I mean. And that's just basically the whole weekly spread. I really hope you liked this. I hope you enjoyed the whole video, and so yeah, I hope to see you soon. I'm giving my best and I will upload again soon. So yeah, see ya!